Hi, I'm Zach Fagenson with Miami Today, and I'm at Florida International University for an interview with their new provost, Douglas Wartzok. Mr. Wartzok has actually been in the position for about a year now as interim and only recently decided to take it on full-time. In his first months on the job, he's going to continue working on the university's 5-year strategic plan and also focus on building inroads to China and potentially India.
Yeah, we've had to become much more realistic, so we are. It's probably a different sort of strategic. Well, it is definitely a different sort of strategic plan than was put in place in 2000. We're not proposing in there any new schools or colleges like our College of Medicine in this last one. And the other thing is that we really wanted to, for this strategic plan, was to focus on a 5-year plan, because doing a strategic plan is a major exercise. And so you put forth lots of effort, and what typically happens is that it's a 10-year strategic plan and everyone's worked very hard at it for the first year. They finish it and they say, ooh, we've got to take a break and do some other things, and it gets put on the shelf and you come back to it a year or two later, but you don't really come back to it, so it never really has an impact on the university. So what we want to do was we want to do a 5-year plan, which means everyone recognizes that there's not going to be any downtime. We're going to complete the plan, and we're going to have to start implementing the plan right away. And so that's what we're really looking forward to with this plan. So on a 5-year time frame, we're realistically expecting that we will not yet be at the end of 5 years back to the level of state support that we had 10 years ago. And so we recognize that it's going to be a lot of fine-tuning. It's going to be not quite a zero-sum game, because we're going to be adding more students. Tuition will increase, and there will be some additional revenues, but obviously a lot of the additional revenues go to service the additional students we're adding, so that we have to look very carefully at what comes off the table when something new goes onto the table. Well, clearly we've been, for the last 2 summers, we've been having special workshops in the summertime with faculty, learning new pedagogical methods so they can be able to teach larger courses, and at the same time they're teaching larger courses, still have a good experience for the students. So that's one approach that we obviously have to take. As we look also at ways of trying to increase our revenue through things like taking more courses online and increasing that activity. So we're continually looking at ways of both enhancing revenue and at the same time reducing expenses, or trying at least to accommodate more students within the same budget than what we've been able to do in the past. Well, it's multi-layered in the sense that we do look, and continually there's a changing demand in the world for graduates, and so we are attuned to where we need to be providing graduates to the community. And as we consider that will also influence where we put in our resources. And the strategic plan says, as we talked earlier, we said, okay, we have 4 major theme areas, and so we're going to look at any new opportunities within those 4 areas primarily, because that's the whole purpose of a strategic plan, is to how to focus as we go forward.